Ethan Ampadu set to miss the remainder of the season with an injury. Chelsea make a bid for Inter's Mauro Icardi. Real Madrid's Isco wants to join Chelsea. The Chelsea ladies looking good to reach a Champions League semi-final, and much, much more. Watch the whole video to find out about all the latest news surrounding Chelsea Football Club. Hello there guys, and welcome back to 100% Chelsea for another episode of Chelsea Weekly. This is just a show where I give you all the latest news surrounding Chelsea Football Club. And before getting straight into it, if you wouldn't mind, hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't already. And also, don't forget to hit the notification bell button so you never miss out on any of our future videos. But now getting straight into it and starting it off with some bad news. Because Ethan Ampadu, the Welsh youngster, the 17-year-old, fractured his ankle during Chelsea's 4-2 win over Real Madrid in the UEFA Youth League last week, and will almost certainly miss the rest of the season, obviously, with that injury, which is obviously a huge blow for him and Chelsea as well. I mean, he's made 7 appearances for the first team this season, including 4 starts, and, you know, Antonio Conte clearly rates him very highly, and, you know, a lot of other people at the club do as well. So let's hope he can recover as quickly as possible and obviously come back even better. And of course there are some transfer rumours. I mean, it's March. It's basically almost July, so of course there are transfer rumours. To be honest, I don't know why there are transfer rumours, but they are. And let's get straight into it, because reports have come out that Chelsea have made an actual £55 million or 63 million euros bid for the 25-year-old Argentinian Inter Milan striker Mauro Icardi. An Italian news outlet has apparently confirmed that his wife and agent has actually received or just the offer. While Icardi himself said on the weekend after scoring 4 goals in Inter's 5-0 win that he hopes to have a long career there and wants to win trophies in the Inter shirt. Also, his release clause lies at £96 million, so if the whole story is true that we did make a bid, we as usual have made a bid that will just annoy people, because they're like, you know, we're not going to sell for that, so why even make a bid like that? But in my opinion, the whole story is a load of bullcrap, made up by the media anyway. I don't think the board know who our manager is going to be next season, and very few managers play 2 out-and-out strikers up top anyway. So, we're first of all not going to get rid of Morata. We only signed him last summer. He's our record signing. We're not going to get rid of him. So, even if we were willing to bid 55 million for a player, let alone the 96 million of his release clause, which I don't think we are, you know, it wouldn't make any sense to make a bid like that for another striker when we're not even sure yet whether, you know, our next manager will use 2 strikers. And, you know, we still have Batshuayi to come back, who doesn't really work for Conte, but could work very well for, you know, a different manager. So, really, there's a lot of other positions where we need strengthening a lot more, you know, urgently, in my opinion anyway, than another striker up front. Yes, Morata hasn't had a great season, especially the second half of the season. But, you know, I mean, he scored against Leicester. Let's hope he can find scoring form again. But there's no point signing another hugely expensive striker because, you know, you kind of have to hope that Morata works out, or you get rid of him, because there's no point keeping a striker as expensive as Morata to then sign another striker, you know, who's very expensive as well. That just wouldn't make any sense. So that's why I think the whole story is just made up, really. And, you know, that's because of that, there's almost no point debating whether I want him or not. But let's just say he scored 22 goals in 26 games so far this season. And he's certainly a very, very good player. But I don't think that he suits every style of every manager. So another reason why I think it just has to depend massively if we were to want, you know, Icardi and were to be willing to make such a huge bid, that we have to wait to actually know who our manager is going to be next season. And the next transfer rumour is about Isco from Real Madrid, and apparently he wants a Chelsea move, a move to Chelsea. Completely made up by the media, in my opinion, again. If Hazard was to join Madrid in the summer, then maybe something like that could happen. Or if, for example, Neymar joins Madrid, Isco might want to leave. But I just don't see it as realistic that Isco specifically wants to join Chelsea. So, you know, that's all the story. But, you know, let's just move on. Because there's also good news about this whole transfer story that, you know, looks to be actually true. Because Willy Caballero is set to stay at Chelsea for another year. When the Argentine goalkeeper signed for us from Manchester City, you know, last summer, the contract details weren't publicised. But reports have now come out that it was, as expected, a 1-year deal, but with an option for Chelsea to extend it by another year. And the point of that obviously being, you know, extending it by another year without any negotiating having to be done still. You know, usually how it works is, you know, you figure out the terms for the first year, then maybe you figure out, you know, different kind of terms if the option for another year is to be taken. You know, usually all of that is done already, so, you know, it's basically easy. And apparently the club will take the option to keep the 36-year-old shot stopper at the club. And in my opinion, that is a very good choice. I like Caballero. He's played very well whenever he was called upon. I like experienced backup keepers as well, because when you have a young second choice keeper, I always feel like you're just stopping him from developing into a better player, because obviously the second choice goalkeeper doesn't really play a lot. you know, with the exception of injuries for the first choice keeper, and that's, well, you don't want that at all. So that's why I like, you know, experienced backup keepers. So yeah, if the reports are true, I'd be very happy with that if we keep Willy Caballero for another season. And then also N'Golo Kante is reportedly ready to snub any offer by PSG or anyone else this summer if he was to receive one. And only a few days ago as well, he said in an interview with the BBC that Chelsea is his home, which is obviously exactly the kind of words and comments that us fans want to hear, not the kind of thing that Courtois has come out with recently. I know I'm always making a dig at Courtois at the moment, but his comments just piss me off all the time. I understand the whole, you know, family thing and his kids are there. I completely understand that. But it's enough if you say it once. You know, we've heard this 3 times already this season, and it's just enough. Like, you don't need to keep going on about it. We know, mate. We know you love your kids. Everyone loves their kids. They are in Spain. It is an issue. We would understand if that's why you leave. But you don't have to keep going on about it, mate. And now let's get to some on-pitch football, actually, because the Chelsea ladies have last night played in the first leg of the Women's Champions League quarter-final away at Montpellier in France and actually won the game 2-0, like I said, away from home. And speaking about that game, make sure you do check out Jeanne's preview that she made ahead of the game yesterday, which also includes an interview with one of last night's goal scorers, Erin Cuthbert. So yeah, make sure you watch Jeanne's video. Like I said, it does include that interview with the goal scorer of last night, the Chelsea ladies player Erin Cuthbert. Do show her some love in the comments as well. She's trying really hard to improve and, you know, just make good content for you, even though, you know, a lot of people in football aren't yet used to people speaking about women's football that much, but we want to change that. But yeah, let's continue on with the video. And of course, the last talking point is the FA Cup semi-final. Obviously, I told you guys about the draw at the end of my Leicester review, and I'm sure all of you know by now anyway. But yeah, Chelsea have been drawn against Southampton in the semi-final of the FA Cup, while Manchester United versus Tottenham is the other semi-final. So we certainly got the easiest draw possible, and if we're being honest, we should really get to the final, where no matter who wins the other game, a tough opponent will await us to make it a class final if we get there. The semi-final against Southampton will take place on Sunday the 22nd of April at Wembley Stadium, of course. And I think that's all the latest news about Chelsea. If I've missed anything, just let us know in the comments down below and we can discuss it there. But that's it from me. Leave me all of your thoughts on everything I've mentioned today. Ampadu's injury, the Icardi and Isco rumours, Kante's comments, the Chelsea ladies' first leg result against Montpellier, and of course your thoughts ahead of the semi-final against Southampton. Also, do leave a like on this video if you did enjoy. Don't forget to check out my social media with this last 1507 on both Instagram and Twitter. As you can see over here, I'd massively appreciate it if you could follow me over there. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to 100% Chelsea if you haven't already. That'd be absolute class. Thank you guys for watching. Up the Chelsea, and I'll see you next time.